best of 5 men's singles round of 32 match. First point goes to Felix with the reverse penalty backhand flicking into the backhand of the Dragon. Danger territory wherever you hit it into Ma Long, but forehand definitely the stronger side and the side that he'll be looking to get in ASAP in most points. Let's not get ahead of ourselves too soon here. Something that I'd like to talk about is the attitude of the Lebrun brothers. Got something special about them, and they're not really fazed by anyone that they come up against. They've got a very positive attitude. Embrace the challenge. Levelled at 2-all. Look at the transfer of weight there from Ma Long. It looks like he's got so much time on the ball, but that's because of how fast and physical he is on his feet. Look at that, just a whirlwind of red. Good recovery there after the flick from Felix Lebrun, follows up with the forehand. Ma Long has some of the most suffocating serves in the game. We've seen that trademark silhouette of a serve for the majority of his success as a senior. But a lot of the spin he has is no spin, because it's harder to flick and it's actually quite hard to push float.
4-3.
Felix edges into the lead, 4-3. About 33 years of age now, Ma Long. Shows absolutely no sign of slowing down. And he's playing typically later than a lot of Chinese men's players. Peak age tends to be around 27. That's when Ma Long won his second World Championships. Won his first one in Suzhou, beating Fang Bo in the final. Second one against Matthias Falk. In fact, should I say, the second one was against Fan Zhendong in Dusseldorf. The third one was against Matthias Falk. Felix Lebrun getting in with a nice angle there, right off the side of the table. It's going to be important. You can see there how strong Ma Long is at just being able to absorb pressure and redirect. It's a good serve, but Ma Long just so composed there. Wow, well in the loop-to-loop department at the second towel break, all square. But you see it so many times, Ma Long seems to be challenged, but then he just becomes accustomed so quick to things. Then you see the second, third, fourth game, if there even is one, be a lot more one-sided. Hence the nickname, the Dictator. Ma Long one in front. Game of cat and mouse right now. And I think you definitely acknowledge that Ma Long is more of the cat in terms of table tennis status. But by no means is Felix Lebrun a mouse. Already coming up and through. He's going to be top 30 in the world very soon. Lovely counter. Apologises for a slight miscontact, but still keeps the racket up, short and sweet stroke. Efficient game, Felix Lebrun, and he doesn't hit the balls too hard. But the placement is impeccable. Stretching Ma Long on the wide forehand, he couldn't even recover quick enough. Reverse pendulum there, followed up with the forehand, the dragon on the back foot. Goodness gracious me.
8-8.
One thing you've got to give Ma Long credit for is his intelligence. He knows how to switch things up and slow down the pace. Sometimes he'll just guide the backhand rather than following through, just to throw the opponent off. Oh, slow spinny ball into Felix Lebrun's middle. It would have taken a very good counter to get that on. Ma Long edges in front once more, 9-8. But if Lebrun can square things up on the receive here, he'll have 2 serves at 9-all. Let's see what happens. This is just unbelievable. What a rally, embracing the challenge. Felix Lebrun is on fire here, extinguishing even the dragon's flames. Staying ice cool. Beautiful forehands and backhands. Pinning that backhand, refusing to go into Ma Long's forehand side. Ma Long puffs his cheeks out. 9-all. Composure, the dragon away from the table, and Felix Lebrun has a game point. Less than half the age of the dragon. He's done it! Game 1 goes to Felix Lebrun. I am pumped watching this game.
What a great start by the young...
And Ma Long going back to the corner now to Jinji Jang with some food for thought. Let's see what Game 2 has in store. You do not want to miss this. Could Felix Lebrun achieve the unthinkable? Slow spin, Ma Long goes for a reverse chop block, Kenta Matsudaira style. It may sound like I'm rooting for Felix Lebrun, but as a commentator, I always have to stay neutral. It's just the actual event itself, what is occurring, which is exciting me. Ma Long changes that serve there. Looks a very similar contact, but he's more subtle with it and imparts a bit more backspin. This time goes into the forehand, and that's a good quality open up. Felix Lebrun is winning these backhand-to-backhand exchanges with the RPB. There's only been a couple of players that can beat Ma Long under the age of 21. Previously, it's been Haramoto and Lin Win-Ru. Wang Chu-Chin as well. Felix Lebrun add himself to that list. One of the most undefeatable, if not the most undefeatable players of all time. Ma Long only lost 1 match in the 2015 season. It was to Shang Kun. Spent well over 60 months at world #1, Ma Long. Imagine that, walking into any hall, training hall on the planet, knowing, yeah, I'm #1. There's the points won on serve. Felix Lebrun beating the dragon on that start. Well, it's a clear tactical change from Ma Long. He's no longer spinning into the forehand of Felix. He's going into the middle. Look at that. Beautiful swooping shot, so low to the net from Ma Long. And he was there, Ma Long, in the crowd on his own, wearing his mask, analysing Lebrun against Kirill Gerasimenko. Beautiful open up again from Ma Long. Rapid footwork, turns the corner. He knows he can't put enough pressure on Felix with the backhand. He's going to have to do it with the forehand. And by touching the ball on that receive there, he got the long ball which he wanted. Well, there we see Ma Long there at his best.
6-4.
Almost unbeatable in those loop-to-loop rallies, but Felix fared well in that rally, up to that one where Ma Long played it into the middle. We see similar kind of rallies in training drills. You have to move from forehand to middle to backhand when you're playing loop-to-loops against your training partner. Well, that serve Ma Long is serving wider into the backhand there, making it a bit more awkward for Felix to flick. Oh, that's just devastating.
4-8.
Like taking candy off a baby, it seemed there. Touching shot into the table and then going long. Ginger Jan happy. Probably a sense of relief as well.
4-9.
Bit of vocal frustration there. Imagine how high his expectations must be of himself. He knows he can win this.
9-5.
Ma Long with the serve, 4-point cushion. Oh well.
9-6.
No timeout called from either side yet, very early on in the match, but perhaps if Felix can win another point, we might see Ma Long or Chinji Jan calling that. Ma Long wants this game. He does not want to be fighting from 2-0 down, especially in the best of 5. Served wide again. Felix flicked, but Ma Long had already stepped the corner. Great combination there. Well, the world of table tennis fixated. And Felix Lebrun negotiated a decent deal here in the round of 32. Huge opportunity on the biggest stage happening right now in world table tennis, and Ma Long has recovered, as he so often does, learning from his mistakes from game 1. See what happens in game 2. This match ultimately becomes a best of 3 games. The next player to win 2 games will win. All to play for. National coaches must be just absolutely buzzing at the prospect of the Lebrun brothers. Again, that wide serve. The amount of adrenaline, you can just see it in both players. On paper, of course, this would be a much better win for Felix than it would be for Ma Long, and that's what puts more pressure on Ma Long here. Factor worth considering. The Ma Long and Fan Zhendong in the last 5 or 6 years that have just spearheaded the Chinese national team. It's always been, I've lost count of how many Qatar, China, World Cup sort of finals we've seen them two playing each other. It's exciting to see different continents represented at huge events. 4 continents in the men's singles in the quarterfinals. Ma Long pinning the different positions on the table, middle and forehand, comes through flatter with that backhand there. The genius of the dragon. When you think Ma Long Played
1-6.
3 World Championships before he even won his first one. Lost to Wang Hao every single time. And then he didn't lose one since.
16.
Felix Lebrun will have his sights set on the Paris Olympics 2024. Good touch shot to the net. I think that's a better tactic there from Felix, because every time he's flicking, Ma Long's stepping round and just bombing that forehand. Look at that, Ma Long now is well in this. It's like he's settled a bit as well. So relaxed with the backhand blocks. Able to just turn a block into a counter topspin in the blink of an eye. That one he just rolled over. So much quality on that backhand topspin.
That.
Got the opportunity but couldn't make it in with the backhand. Ma Long survives. You don't really see Ma Long lobbing too much. If he's away from the table, he'll fish, which is basically a lob, but a little bit lower to the net, so it gives the opponent less time. Nice combo, cross court and cross court. Playing the X's on the table right now, Felix Lebrun. Showing good power here, but then Ma Long redirects, changes it into the middle. Constantly asking questions of Felix Lebrun's footwork. 9-4 to the Dragon. Chiquita down the line. Oh, Ma Long, even when moved around there, didn't look too much in trouble. So stoic and philosophical. But it's important, even if he loses this game, that he tries to finish it well, Felix Lebrun, just to give Ma Long that extra bit of food for thought. And he's doing that.
10-6.
Well, he's won 3 consecutive points here, Felix Lebrun. We see a timeout from Ma Long. Felix can win this point. Big as well, because he'd have the serves. Ma Long's going to be just trying to wrap this up right now. He gets into the middle once more with slow spin. And Ma Long secures the 3rd game. And now is 2 games in the lead. We say it so often. So often when the Dragon learns from a mistake early on and refuses to make them again.
Lebrun to serve. Level.
Show from Ma Long. We haven't heard him showing so much. When you're making Ma Long show, that's a good sign.
1-1.
We saw the Prince of Showing, Haramoto, get knocked out by Omar Assar, the Egyptian having an incredible tournament, beating Tagami and Haramoto back to back. What an achievement for the Egyptian there. Great rally. Neither player missing. Oh my goodness me. Flourishing beautifully. So impressed with how the 15-year-old Frenchman is keeping up with the best to ever grace a table tennis court in those loop-to-loop exchanges. Ma Long will be impressed. Counter. Blistering pace coming in on that ball. Showing into the eyes of Ma Long. This is brilliant. Ma Long on the back foot, fishing there, away from the table. Felix pinning him on the backhand now. What a point that was! Felix Lebrun and Ma Long looking as though to say, you know what, this kid is blooming good. We know he is, but I mean, this is the greatest. The daddy of the Chinese men's team. We know Liao Gaoliang is the father figure, but Ma Long. The king. It was a different kind of serve there from Felix Lebrun. Hook serve, and it was a bit loose, a bit bouncy. Ma Long was confident coming in on that ball, pouncing like a panther on it. All to play for, 3-all. Your first and second ball just have to be really strong against Ma Long, otherwise it's game over. You're going back to the barrier to collect the ball. Well, not now actually, with the ball. Boys and girls here in this new WTT setup. Nice push, good backhands. Net cord, recovers. That's unbelievable! My jaw is on the floor right now. Felix Lebrun is just rising to the occasion marvelously. More than we've seen other Chinese players being able to do against Ma Long. What an achievement, and it's far from over yet. 3-4. Wasn't even a shocking push there from Lebrun. Ma Long just wraps around that like a Christmas present. Lebrun with the serve. What combinations are you going to try and work with here? Sharp. Serve short into the forehand and then goes for a long push, but it was quick, deep with good backspin. Surprised the dragon. 5-4. Oh, off balance almost, but still manages to just about laterally get there and manages to play the short side of the table. Deep, and Ma Long can't guide it the other direction. Incredible play. On the back foot now, Ma Long. Oh my goodness me. Could it be? Could we be going to a decider? Nice serve there from Ma Long. Doesn't bring out the reverse pendulum too often, but when he does, it's effective. He's a master of all serves. Don't be fooled by that, because we know Ma Long goes for the traditional medium toss pendulum the majority of the time. And he floats a push. No backspin on it. Felix Lebrun overestimates the amount of backspin and goes long. Time out now from Felix Lebrun. Got to the semi-final of the French National Championships. where he lost to his brother, who ended up going on to win, beating Simon Gauzy in the final in 4 straight. Oh, fortunate there for the Dragon, caught the top of the net. But again, we've seen so many long rallies here. Stylistically, this has just been a great matchup for rallies. Majority of points happen before the 3rd or 4th shot in table tennis. Not in this match. Oh, what a counter. Closed racket angle, just sprung into it. Textbook technique with the RPB. Head still, down the parallel and chose again into the eyes of the Dragon. What a fight from Felix. 8-7, 7-8 Ma Long now. Flicks cross court, such a bold receive there. Off the reverse pendulum, it had enough flow on the serve to be able to do that. Ma Long wryly smiles, acknowledges the good shot, but it's now 9-7. Oh, good placement there from Ma Long. The first one was good, the second one was even better. Didn't need too much of a hard shot there. I like it when I see pros opting for placement over power. 9-8. Oh, the same serve again. Looks like he's changing. Has the flick opportunity the second time, but misses it. Jogs over to the towel box, a show of relief from Ma Long, really. Fortunate, because Felix made the previous flick. Nine all with the serves. Oh, comes into the table after the counter, but misses the easy one. Ma Long, another show. And a match point. Match point saved, revving up the back of the ball. Ma Long tries to just guide it on into the middle, clips the top of the net and goes long. 10 all. Pushes long, Ma Long misses the step around, tries to go down the line. Game point now to Felix Lebrun. Oh my goodness. Oh, Ma Long steps around again, but this time goes cross-court, leaves the wide forehand exposed, but Lebrun can't make the right contact with the backhand counter. It was more of a drive there from Ma Long than a spin. Locked in at 11 all. Ma Long can't get over the top of that backhand again. Second game point now for Felix Lebrun. Steps around to the forehand, and another chance there with the flick. Just misses, it's a game of inches. 24 points this game. Still looks confident, the 15-year-old. 15-year-old against the Dragon. What a rally, Ma Long stamping his authority there in the loop-to-loop exchange. He has a second match point. Felix Lebrun still showing on the receive. letting his presence be felt here. He misses the push, Ma Long does it. And that really is a match that epitomises the legend that is Ma Long, because Felix Lebrun gave it everything. This will be a match that will be looked back on and heavily referenced.
And it was match point, game point.
And Ma Long
match point, and in the end, Ma Long
had to be very, very strong mentally there to overcome the 15-year-old who really played
fight by
like the reality that we had. He had nothing to lose. What a match that was.
fiatal francia nagyon közel állt ahhoz, hogy kiharcolja a döntő szettet. Volt ugye
It is the winning point.
azonban Felix közelemben 14-12-re.
1 point there in the end. In that game, the difference between joy and disappointment, but trust me, Felix Lebrun should be proud.